You know, I believe in a vision. I believe a church has to keep a vision. But my husband, when we started out 39 years ago, the church we started out in was just a little teeny tiny cinder block church. No parking lot, just a little drain pipe that you could walk across to the church. Everybody in the community was lined up to come there. No, there wasn't. As a matter of fact, who would want to go there? There wasn't even a bathroom in it, nor a toilet. There wasn't no place to go. Literally. Oh, place to go. We walked in the church. As you walked in, you pulled the lights on. And I was raised like this, but you pulled the lights on with a piece of thread or twine hanging down from the light. It works. It worked for us. The piano, 99% of the keys stuck, 99% of the time. No PA, no heat. I mean, that's where I made my famous statement. It was so cold in the church, and Mike is one of these type people, he will not call church off because he won't call church off. He says, somebody might need something from God, and if we ain't here, how can they get it? Somebody wants to be saved, you know. So I was playing the piano with my gloves on because it was so cold. Felt like I was playing ice cubes. Playing the piano with my gloves on, and I'd been fasting and praying. I was spiritual. So spiritual that Mike preached about a 5 or 10 minute sermon because the whole church was freezing to death and was going to let us go home. That was wisdom. So he made this statement. He said, does anybody have a word to say for the Lord before we dismiss? Well, sister over here at the piano that was freezing to death, playing with her gloves, said, I do, which was out of ordinary for me. I usually had sense enough to keep my mouth shut. And I stand up, and he had preached on having your wedding garment on. So I stand up and I say, boy, I wish I had my wedding garment on. And you know, when you say stuff like that in the testimony service, immediately your mind checks you. And my mind checked me and said, how stupid. It did. How stupid. Sorry, brain. And so I was going to explain myself, and I said, well, church, this great barball of a pastor's wife, I would a lot rather go to hell than to freeze to death. Not. Bad mistake. Very, very bad mistake. And I realized it as soon as it came out. But I could not get it back in. Where would it go? I'd already made a bad mistake. So, being the type of lady that I was, I didn't carry on. I sat down. I just kind of wilted. So, also being the type of lady that I am, my eyes went to my husband. What was his reaction? And he was so wonderful, he was froze. Just like he never heard a word I said. Thank you, Lord. But some of my precious sisters in the back of the church goes, that's hilarious. Carry on, church.